Hi guys. Welcome to my channel. Before we get started, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. 15 foods that cause cancer. So make sure to watch the full video. A difficult condition, cancer is. Both the many forms of cancer and their possible causes are numerous. The notion that a number of factors can influence the development of cancer is understood. Family history and genetic makeup are important. The impact of external factors, such as your lifestyle choices, over which you may have some control, however, is considerably greater. In reality, studies indicate that 80 to 90% of malignant cancers have external causes. Your diet should be taken into account as one of the most crucial lifestyle elements. That's because a substantial amount of research has established a link between particular diets and an increased risk of particular cancer kinds. In this video, we'll examine in greater detail some foods and drinks that have been linked to a higher chance of developing cancer. We'll also look at the scientific data supporting these claims. Foods that may raise your risk of developing cancer. Certain foods can raise your risk of type 2 diabetes, which is linked to certain types of cancer, as well as obesity. Other foods contain carcinogens, which are toxic elements capable of bringing on cancer. It's important to remember, though, that exposure to carcinogens doesn't always result in cancer. Your genetics, level, and length of exposure to the carcinogen all play a role in this. In light of this, let's explore what research has found regarding which foods may raise your risk of developing various cancers. 15 slices of meat that have been processed. Meat that has been smoked, salted, cured, or canned is referred to as processed meat. Red meats dominate the processed meat industry. The following are some instances of processed red meat: a hot dog, salami, sausage, ham, beef corned, jerky beef. Meat with nitrite can create N-nitroso compounds, which are known to cause cancer. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons that cause cancer can also be produced by smoking meat, PAHs. 14 fried foods. Acrylamide is a substance that develops during the rapid cooking of starchy foods. This could occur when you are frying, baking, roasting, or toasting. Particularly rich in acrylamide are fried starchy meals. Fries and potato chips are examples of fried potato goods. Tests done on rats revealed that acrylamide is carcinogenic. The World Cancer Research Organization, IARC, believes that it probably causes human cancer. A 2020 study found that acrylamide destroys DNA and causes cell death, apoptosis. Consuming a lot of fried food raises your risk. Dependable source regarding obesity and type 2 diabetes. These circumstances could raise your risk of cancer by encouraging oxidative stress and inflammation. 13 overcooked food. Foods that have been overcooked, especially meats, can produce carcinogens. One article from 2020 claims that dependable source. High heat meat cooking releases heterocyclic amines and carcinogenic PAHs, HCAs. By changing your cell's DNA, these substances may make you more likely to develop cancer. When cooking at high temperatures or over an open flame, you run the risk of overcooking your food. Among them are techniques for cooking like grilling, barbecuing, pan frying. By the Food and Drug Administration. Further claims that overcooking starchy foods like potatoes causes more acrylamide to form. Use healthier cooking techniques, such as, to lessen your risk of exposure to carcinogens from high heat cooking. Poaching under pressure at lower temperatures, bake or roast. Crock pot or slow cooker. Slow cooking. 12 dairy. Dairy consumption has been linked to an increased risk of prostate cancer in some studies. Dairy products include things like milk, cheese, yogurt. A 2014 evaluation found dependable source dairy consumption raises levels of insulin like growth factor 1, IGF-1. Prostate cancer risk is increased as a result of this. Prostate cancer cells may produce or proliferate more often when IGF-1 is present. 11 sweeteners and processed carbohydrates. Your risk for cancer may be indirectly increased by sugary foods and refined carbohydrates. These foods include, as example, beverages with added sugar. Goods that have been baked. Pasta and wheat bread, white rice, unhealthy cereals. You may be more likely to develop type 2 diabetes and obesity if you consume a lot of sugary, starchy foods. 2020 research indicates because they both increase oxidative stress and inflammation. Your risk of developing some cancers could go up as a result. Ovarian, breast, and endometrial, uterine, cancer risk are all increased by type 2 diabetes. According to a 2017 study, consuming a lot of sugar and refined carbohydrates may also cause high blood glucose levels. has been linked to a higher risk of colorectal cancer. Replace these foods with more nutritious ones, such as granular bread, complete grain pasta, dark rice, oats, and alcohol. Alcohol is broken down by the liver into the cancer-causing substance acetaldehyde when you drink. Oxidative stress and DNA damage are encouraged by acetaldehyde. Additionally, it affects how well your immune system works, making it more challenging for your body to target precancerous and cancerous cells. 9 cans of tomatoes. Bisphenol A, BPA, a substance associated with serious health issues including cancer, is frequently used to line food cans. Tomatoes are more likely than other foods to contain dangerous levels of BPA because of their high acidity. To prevent contamination, stick with fresh tomatoes. 8 commercial bread. Potassium bromate, a food additive used to increase the elasticity of bread dough, has been labeled as potentially carcinogenic by numerous health organizations and is consequently prohibited in the EU, UK, Canada, and Brazil. For goods containing this ingredient, which is occasionally listed as brominated flour, California law mandates a warning label in the US. 7 synthetic hues. The 9 FDA-approved artificial dyes approved in the United States may be carcinogenic, cause behavior problems, and/or are not adequately tested, according to a 2010 report by the Center for Science and the Public Interest titled Food Dyes, A Rainbow of Risks. 6 microwave popcorn. Some microwave popcorn bags are lined with a substance that breaks down and releases perfluorooctanoic acid when heated, PFOA. Prostate, liver, and other cancers have all been linked to PFOA's increased risk. Diacetyl, a different chemical used to create artificial butter flavor, may harm the lungs. A brown paper bag, some coconut oil, and microwavable popcorn are all you need to make your own. 5 hydrogenated oils. In addition to being detrimental to your heart, hydrogenated oils can damage your cells and cause inflammation, both of which have been linked to cancer and other illnesses. Partially hydrogenated oils were outlawed by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration in January 2015, giving food producers 3 years to stop using them in their goods. 4 charred meat. If you like your steak well done, avoid heavily grilling meat because the high temperatures used can result in carcinogens known as polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons and heterocyclic aromatic amines. 3 salmon raised in farms. Farm-raised salmon is more likely to contain carcinogens than wild salmon. The Environmental Working Group claims that farm salmon contains 16 times the amount of polychlorinated biphenyls, PCBs, that is present in wild salmon. 2 soda, or pop if you're a Midwesterner. Men who consume 1 11-ounce soda per day have a 40% increased risk of prostate cancer, according to a Swedish study. Additionally, a study conducted by Johns Hopkins University in Maryland and U.S. Consumer Reports discovered a link between cancer risk and 4-methylamidazole, the substance that gives some sodas their caramel color. 1 too much pasta. High glycemic index, GI, foods like pasta, bagels, and other white carbohydrates cause blood sugar levels to rise more quickly. A recent study revealed that people with high GI diets had a 49% higher risk of developing lung cancer. Pasta's overall glycemic index can be lowered by combining it with protein, healthy fats, such as olive oil, and carbs. The glycemic index of some pasta is lower, such as Braille protein plus. Genetically altered organisms, GMOs. According to studies, the growth of tumors may be linked to GMOs and the chemicals used in their production. Are you ready to learn more about how to manage your health now that you are aware of the 15 food to avoid that causes cancer? So, that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. Use the comment section below to tell us what you think about the video. Also, subscribe to our channel and click the bell button to be notified of all the latest videos.